Welcome to the 9th episode of Boulder Community Health's Be Well Saturdays. I'm Gina Simmering, your host, and each month we are delighted to bring to all of you health and wellness information from our Boulder Community Health physicians and a variety of community partners. In this episode, we celebrate Heart Month as we share with you ways to keep our hearts healthy at all ages, discover ways to motivate kids to exercise, understand what a heart-healthy diet really means, and get tips for how to create positive behavior changes, which can often be the most difficult part of adopting a healthier lifestyle. And be sure to stay with us until the end for the opportunity to win a free pair of Hoka shoes from our friends at Decker's Brands and Runner's Roost in Boulder. Let's begin.
Hi, I'm Dr. Molly Ware with Boulder Heart Cardiology. Today we're going to talk for a few minutes about heart-healthy living at all ages. As a way of introduction, cardiovascular disease remains the number one cause of death in this country, although unfortunately COVID-19 is approaching that in the recent months. About 1 out of 3 people will ultimately die of some form of cardiovascular disease, whether that's a heart attack, heart failure, or stroke, for example. So it's very important that we address issues that can improve prevention of these problems. And a lot of risk factors for developing heart disease later in life start in early adulthood. So it's never too early or too late to start working on our risk factors. The number one recommendation, I think the most important thing I can say in these few minutes, is exercise. It is really the absolute best medicine we have. It's good for blood pressure, it's good for mental health, it's good for maintaining weight and controlling blood sugar. So if I only could say one thing, it would be to be active. And there are a lot of different ways to do that. It doesn't have to be running, it doesn't have to be going to the gym. For me personally, I find that working out first thing in the morning helps me fit it into my busy day. And also, I really like exercising outside. We live in a beautiful part of the country. We're very fortunate to have excellent weather for many days of the year. So exercising outside, especially in the setting of the current pandemic, and also exercising in the vicinity of friends, of course, appropriately physically distanced, I find very motivating and more fun. The American Heart Association recommends 150 minutes per week for adults and 60 minutes per day for children ages 6 to 17. I also do think that doing some high intensity exercise such as interval training, some strength work, and doing some flexibility is really helpful for overall health. The second thing that we can all work on to improve our cardiovascular health is eating well. I shy away from the word diet. I like to say things like Mediterranean style eating, limiting processed food, and eating lots of vegetables, keeping it very simple. Really, if you think about incorporating fruits and or vegetables into every meal, reaching for a vegetable or a fruit as a snack, focusing on the variety of foods that you can eat instead of focusing on enhancement and vilifying foods, I find that to be a really good strategy. Thirdly, not smoking, not picking it up, and quitting if you smoke. There are a lot of resources that we can help people with around quitting smoking, and that is essential in terms of reducing risk down the road. And then the final thing I want to touch on today is the importance of sleep. So sleep has become a really hot topic, but it's obviously not a new topic. We all sleep, we all require sleep. In fact, most adults really do need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. And I would say the vast majority of Americans are underslept and don't sleep well when they do sleep. So this is not a lecture about sleep. I'm not a sleep doctor, but there is a huge overlap in terms of cardiovascular disease and sleep quality. So thinking about things like trying to go to bed at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every morning, approximately, and shutting off screens an hour before bedtime, avoiding alcohol close to bedtime, and thinking about reducing or eliminating alcohol altogether, reducing caffeine in the afternoon. So really, really sleep is key. So these things all together, moving, eating a lot of vegetables, not smoking, and sleeping well, these are habits, right? And the way I like to think about building habits and building and ingraining good habits is that a habit is something that's going to make you feel better in the short term and also bring you benefit in the long term. So I don't want it to be another item on the never-ending to-do list of drudgery of exercise and, oh my gosh, I need to make this huge special meal that involves 6 different kinds of vegetables. I like to think about, that if you go for a walk, and I know this for myself, if I exercise or if I have a really good dinner, I'm going to feel a lot better the next day. I'm going to sleep better that night. And then I'm going to have more energy to be more productive and keep working on the good habits and be better for my patients and better for my family. So habits, short-term benefits, we can see it right away, and long-term health benefits over the lifespan. Thank you for listening. We're always here to help with any cardiac concerns that you may have, and be well.
Soy Lilly Johnson, entrenadora del programa deportivo Running Lilly Coaching, entrenadora asistente de cross country en el Colegio Boulder High y tutora bilingüe en la Escuela Columbine. Thank you for inviting me to be part of the Be Well Saturdays. Motivating kids to exercise. Being physically active has many health benefits no matter what age you are. Kids are naturally active. At least an hour of physical activity a day is recommended for healthy development of the children's bodies and minds. Let's help our kids to develop and grow into healthy adults. Here are some key points to motivate your kids to exercise. Be a role model for an active lifestyle. Parental participation is important to start moving yourself more and find ways to be active together as a family. Children mirror the behaviors of their parents. Engage in physical activity with your kids. Let's show them that you enjoy to being healthy and active. Talk with them about to create family goals, the practice of goal settings. Help adults and kids have a clearer idea of when would you like to start, where would you like to go, and how to get there. Also, help to promote a positive attitude and practice active activities with an open mind. Those could be run a 5K together as a family, go for a nice hike, or ride bikes together. Have a family game night once a month. We want to help your child to set up their own goals and as well to understand how they would like to accomplish being an active kids. Start with their child's interest. Find out what motivates your kids, supporting them in participation in sports like dancing, gymnastics, or other recreational activities like running, biking, and swimming. When it's safe, let them to walk or ride bikes to places, instead always driving them in the car. You can walk or ride the bikes to a school or to the bus stop. Physical activities should be fun for children and adolescents. Don't push them too hard in the wrong ways. And also, don't use physical activities as a punishment. Provide them active toys. It is important to expose children to a wide spectrum of the physical activities. Make the right decision when you buy toys for your kids. Those could be bicycles basketball balls, soccer balls, roller skates, jump ropes, etc. Those toys will help your kids to build coordination, rhythm, and sensory skills. Finally, I want to share the words that we practice and promote at Columbine Elementary School. Be safe. Manténgase seguro. Be respectful. Ser respetuoso. Be responsible. Ser responsable. And the most important one, be kind. Sé amable. Feliz Día de San Valentín.
Hi, my name is Michelle MacDonald. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist practicing in Boulder. I provide personalized nutritional counseling for heart health and more. Okay, let's get to the heart of the matter. Today's topic is, what is a heart-healthy diet? Very simply, it is a way of eating that protects your blood vessels and your heart and can have a very significant impact. If you're young, a teenager, in your 20s or even 30s, a heart-healthy diet may help you avoid heart disease altogether. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States and worldwide, but it does not have to be part of the natural progression of your life. Some people who maintain low levels of cholesterol throughout their lives demonstrate a near absence of heart disease. That is hopeful. If you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, it may lower your blood pressure by 10 units or more and lower your cholesterol by 20 to 30% within 2 to 3 months. That is therapeutic. If you are already age 70 to 75 or have already had a heart attack and feel the damage has already been done, a heart-healthy diet may reduce your risk of having another heart attack or of dying from heart disease by 70%. That is remarkable, since our best drugs, the statins, by comparison, reduce this risk by just 30%. So the earlier you start, the better, and it is never too late to start. What exactly is a heart-healthy diet? Come with me while we take a look at a heart-healthy day. Breakfast may be overnight oats made with low-fat or dairy-free milk, nuts, and seeds, a poached egg with veg, and a brown rice cake. Hot oatmeal with fruit, nuts, and seeds, and don't forget the spice. Or herbed egg whites with veggies on whole grain toast. Good choices are whole grains with 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving, 1 to 2 eggs 2 to 3 times per week cooked with healthy oils like avocado or sunflower oil, vegetables at breakfast, nuts and seeds in small portions, and fresh fruit instead of fruit juice. A mid-morning snack might be a small handful of unsalted nuts, low-fat Greek yogurt with minimal added sugar, fresh fruit, and a little granola, or a whole grain muffin made with healthy oils like canola oil or olive oil. Notice the heart-healthy fats. More plant-based oils like avocado, canola, olives, sesame, sunflower oil, and others. Less butter and less coconut oil. For lunch, think legumes like black beans, chickpeas, lentils, pinto beans, or split peas. Enjoy hummus or lentil soup or bean tacos instead of deli meats and processed meats. The soluble fiber in legumes is especially good at lowering our cholesterol. One of my favorite simple heart-healthy meals is a white chicken chili made with cannellini beans. It's zesty and flavorful, spiced with coriander, cumin, and ancho chili. Make it fully vegetarian by adding pinto beans instead of chicken and topping with avocado and corn. Onto the dinner menu. It may include chicken, fish, or tofu that is air-fried, baked, grilled, roasted, or stir-fried, with a large side of salad greens or other non-starchy veg, like asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, green beans, mushrooms, zucchini squash, and others. Tips here are to go lean on protein, enjoy fish and seafood twice a week, and limit red meat to 2 small servings per week or less. Make dessert a small special treat of dark chocolate with dried fruit and nuts or fresh fruit. Enjoying so many colorful, mostly plant-based whole foods will naturally be low in saturated fat and sodium and high in fiber. That is a heart-healthy way of eating. Serious side effects, though, include living many more great years than you ever expected. Ask your doctor if this is right for you. Not surprisingly, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Follow me on Instagram for more heart-healthy tips and recipes. Thank you for listening, and much love from the heart.
Hi, my name is Danny Conroy, and I'm co-founder of AIM House and Boulder Integrated Health here in Boulder. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk with you about the concept of change in 2 degrees. Most of the time when we're looking at big behavior changes, whether that's with our diet, in and around substances, exercise, meditation, we have this tendency to try to make all the changes at one time. And maybe we sustain it for a little while, kind of like New Year's resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions notoriously don't work because, you have all this energy and momentum and you're excited about it, but you're trying to do it all at one time. So I want to introduce the concept of change by 2 degrees, meaning change something that you're looking at, whatever behavior change you're looking at doing, just try to do it 2% at a time each day. Making slight improvements. If that's walking around the block, make it 1 walk around the block and then 2 the second day, and then maybe 3 the third day. But if you go out and try to run a mile after you've been on the couch for a long time, you're just going to be sore and laying on the couch for another 3 days while you're so sore from working out, right? So look at change in the form of 2 degrees. The other real advantage to change in 2 degrees is a couple things. First of all, it eventually gets you to the 180 you're looking for. But it also is much kinder to yourself, right? So we're not beating ourselves up when we don't do change perfectly. And we can celebrate that success. And it's really important to celebrate that success. So I highly recommend taking a look at that. What can you change? If you're looking to change in a particular behavior, how can you do that just 2% today, and then 2% tomorrow, and then 2% the day after that? And don't beat yourself up when you don't do it perfectly. Try to make a little bit of progress each day and build upon that. And let those good feelings of accomplishing something eventually lead you to the 180 you're looking for. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. And a huge thank you goes out to all of our speakers for taking time to share with our community your knowledge. And now for the opportunity to win a free pair of Hoka shoes. Be the first person to send me the correct answer to this question. My email address is listed below, and you are the winner. So here goes. According to the American Heart Association guidelines, what is the minimum amount of minutes per week that is recommended for adults to exercise? And what is the minimum amount of minutes per day that is recommended for kids to exercise, age 6 to 17. Send me your answer, and until next time, everyone, stay healthy, be well, and most of all, be kind.